This isn't options trading like you've seen on YouTube. No crazy bets, no screen addiction, a strategy built for real life. Let me show you what I'm talking about. For this example, we're just gonna assume you wanna buy 100 shares of SoFi. Well, you could go out there and buy it for $15.35 right now, but here's a smarter way to do it. We're gonna click right down here, trade. Then we're gonna go to an expiration date. I like to go 30 to 45 days out. So I will select July 25th. And then very important, I'm clicking sell a put. We're no longer silly little options buyers. You've probably lost a whole bunch of money this way. I know I have. Give me an amen if you have in the comments. So at the time of this recording, SoFi is trading around $15. And let's assume on July 25th, if it drops to $14, I'm totally cool buying 100 shares at 14 bucks. Now, if I open a single contract, I would be given $45 of premium upfront from an options buyer. Now, obviously, these numbers are for educational purposes only because, these numbers are constantly changing. It's just what I'm seeing at the time of my recording. Now, depending on how much money you have or how many shares, if you did 10 contracts, right, you collect $450, but you would need to be prepared to potentially have to buy 1,000 shares of SoFi. So let's talk about the risks because they are important. First things first, if SoFi stays above $14 and the 25th rolls around, your contract or contracts will expire worthless. Your money to buy those shares will no longer be held by your brokerage to make sure you can actually buy them. They will be returned back to you to then run the play again and collect some more premium. The second thing that can happen is SoFi does drop to 14, it drops to 10. You're buying your shares at $14 a share. So your money will not be returned back to you, and instead you'll be given as many shares as you said you were gonna buy. But that's not a bad thing, right? Because what we can do with shares now is sell them at prices we choose, right? And collect some more premium. Let me show you. So for the sake of this example, we're just gonna assume you own 100 shares of SoFi at $15.35 because some of you guys can't use common sense and you'll attack me in the comments. So just assume you own 100 shares of SoFi at $15.35. Now, instead of clicking sell a put, we're doing sell call. And again, we're going out 30 to 45 days. Now, let's say I'm comfortable selling my 100 shares of SoFi for $16.50 on July 25th. Now, if I do this trade, a single contract equal to 100 shares, I would collect an additional premium of $59. Again, you could do multiple contracts, but if let's say you do 10 contracts in this example, yeah, you'd collect an amazing premium, but you got to make sure you have 1,000 shares of SoFi so you're covered. So let's talk about the risks here. First one is easy. Let's say the 25th rolls around and SoFi is trading below $16.50. Your shares aren't going to get sold, right? They'll be returned back to you to then run the play again. And of